The backwards loop cast on. To do this cast on, start with a slip knot. So you have your end of yarn, you take a loop, you hold the loop in your left hand and reach through the loop to grab a length of yarn that you pull up. When you put it onto the needles, you can pull the yarn and then tighten up the slip knot. So hold the slip knot with the loose end of yarn in your right hand, and then you can start the cast on as follows. Step 1, you take the yarn with the four fingers of your left hand. Step 2, you take your thumb above the loop of yarn and scoop it up with a downwards motion. Step 3, you take the right needle tip and moving from the base of the thumb towards the tip of the thumb, you pull the loop onto the right needle. And then you just adjust the tension. Again, now you start again. You scoop the yarn onto the thumb, and with the right needle tip you scoop it onto the right needle. So the thumb comes above with a sweeping motion and the right needle tip comes from below. I'll carry on casting on. I just wanted to say that the long tail cast on is in actual fact a backwards loop cast on where you've knitted the first row, and with the long tail cast on you do both movements at the same time. So this just forms the basis. It's a very easy beginner cast on, and the only thing that you really have to watch out for is that if you leave large gaps between the stitches, then when you knit the first row, there's a danger that you could have gaps. So it's worth moderately snugging up the stitches next to each other, so not too over tight, but just not too loose. And then when you knit the first row, you want to see that you don't pull on the stitches as you take them off the needle, so that you don't allow gaps to be created. So I'll show you how that's done. Just as you knit the next stitch, keeping the last stitch not too far away from it, just with a very even tension. And then it's a very neat cast on that will serve you well for most projects. It doesn't create a very firm edge, and it also doesn't it's not suitable for hard wearing edges like ribbing, so there'd be other cast-ons that would be more suitable for that. But it is a good all-rounder, especially for beginners. I think there I've got quite a loose loop between the slip knot and the first stitch, but other than that I've got all the stitches cast on relatively evenly. I hope that helps, and I'll see you in the next video.